this is a crick environment going on. We have the legendary fast bowler Tirumulai Ananthan Pillai SEKAR right here in Milpitas Bay Area, California, USA. Welcome to YoIndiaTV with me, Jasleen Khanuja. This is a beautiful occasion. I'm seeing you are coaching the kids all around, and it's a pleasure for everyone to have you here. How's your experience in the Bay Area?
No, it's a great pleasure to be working with young kids because which I have been doing it for the last 30 plus years. And Pradeep Rautra is a guy who invited me here, and he wanted to set up a high performance coaching camp. So he is looking at improving the standard of the young Indian and other communities, cricketers, to go to the next level. I feel cricket activity in America is really expanding in a very big way. I think this year they are going to have this MLC tournament coming up, and then 2024 they are going to have some World Cup matches here. That will create a lot of buzz in America, and I've been hearing that I feel that the next destination for cricket in the world is going to be America.
Wow, that is going to be really remarkable. And as I was seeing you teaching the kids, you were telling about the wrist movements, the body movements, the way to run correctly so that they can make it to the fast-paced ball. So what are the different techniques, those open-chested, onside, and open
I think there
open
are
arm?
three types of technique in fast bowling, that is side on, semi-open and front on, because each has its own importance, and then all three techniques are good. And only thing is people don't understand which technique they belong to. So I teach them which technique they belong to. Accordingly, their run up, their action, their body movement, their hand movements, everything has to be synchronized, because bowling is nothing but a coordination between your hands and legs. So for which you need to have a very good run up, because 70% of your effort is in your run up. So I emphasize a lot on having a good running technique and good load up, so that gets them into a much better balanced position at the time of their back foot landing. So this is what, at this age, if they can get it corrected, that's going to stay with them as long as they play cricket.
Oh, what's the right age?
I feel 13 is the right age, because I'm a bit skeptical about boys at the age of 10, 9 and all those things getting into a structured cricket. They should play a lot of backyard cricket, and then they should know to play the strokes all round. They should be able to bowl with a tennis ball. They should not be playing with a cricket hard ball, because at the age of 9, 10, 11, if they get hit, and the fear of getting hit never goes from their mind. So there'll always be that the fear will be there. That will not allow them to play freely. I feel 13 is the right age for them. 12, 13 is the right age for them to get into structured cricket. And I'm very skeptical about being at that age. They should be taught a lot of technique, so that their foundation is good, because without a good foundation, nobody can become a good cricketer or a good sportsman. So they should have, and once they
normally, like, how many years into practice do you think is adequate? I know it will vary on the individual, vary by the individual basis,
yeah.
but still, at least, for 4 years or 5 years, like, what do you think?
No, there is no time limit for that, because if you start playing, if you want to achieve something in that field, then you have to keep playing and keep practicing. See, Virat Kohli is 33, 34 years old, still is practicing. Just because he has been playing for the last 15, 20 years, that doesn't mean he never stopped practicing. The practice is something which will make you perfect, or I would say perfect practice makes you perfect. If you go and watch Virat Kohli, he will do everything perfectly in the nets. He knows what exactly he is doing.
That he's created as Virat Kohli gets another.
Oh, what a shot that is to bring up his 100. What a 100. This is 72nd international 100. It's 44th ODI 100. 4th versus Bangladesh in ODIs. And would you believe it? First since August 2019 in ODIs.
So then only he will be able to repeat that in the match. So it is like that. That is what I am trying to imbibe on all these guys, because if you practice, it is not going to make you perfect. If you perfect practice makes you perfect. This is what I learned from Dennis Lee, my mentor. I worked with him for 20 years at the Pace Foundation in Chennai.
SEKAR rocks! USA rocks! Hi everyone, we have Pradeep Rautra, who has organized the fast bowling high performance cricket camp right here in Silicon Valley. Welcome to YoIndiaTV with me, Jasleen, and it's a pleasure to be speaking to you about this wonderful camp which is rarely organized in US. So tell us a little more about it.
Yeah, thank you, Jasleen. This is called the High Performance Pace Bowling Camp. This is part of my youth development program. So every year we used to conduct a high performance camp, whether it's related to pace bowling or batting, wicket keeping, with many international experienced coach. They come to US for the youth development program, and they do look at the boys, and they groom up more in the natural way for the cricketing, all the cricketing skills, and they prepare them for the next level, like the under 19 qualifier games or NCCA Division A Division games. And I invited, the invitation is open for all the academies across the US. A couple of folks, they are very good playing county cricket. They come from Dallas. One kid comes from Southern California, and bunch of kids from the Bay Area. So they are just taking the coaching under Mr. tasekar, who is a very 35 years Indian international cricketer, and worked with the MRA Pace Academy a long time, and many international cricketers like Khan, Irfan Pathan, he coached them brightly. So he's looking to our boys and how to shape them in the right direction. So we are working on that youth development program.
So you are running like that. You're running like that. You should start moving your hand. So that is why most of you guys don't keep a ball in your hand, or you keep a tennis ball in your hand and then try to run and then bowl. You should do lots and lots of shadow practicing. There is my assistant coach in India, he tells the boys 400 times you have to do the shadow practice per day. 400, 500 times he tells them. During the pandemic, people have done 15, 20,000 times. So that is why the more you do it, your muscle memory will adapt that, and then the old unwanted movement will be erased and your movement will become smoother. The fast bowlers, they refine over a period of time. The more your movements become smoother, without your knowledge, you will be able to bowl much faster and much more accurate. So you need that kind of a practice, just once or twice a week. So we have to practice running. So that is why I've told Pradeep, that I want you to practice running technique. The moment you practice the running technique for 6 months, and then your action will change for the better. Because 70% of your bowling is running. If you can't get that correctly, then you can never get a good delivery strike. Okay? So when all of you have to make sure that you run more with your hands moving forward and backward.
So I see you have been learning in this camp. How's the experience?
I think it's really good. I've taken a lot of pointers which I previously did not know about. I've already started to see some changes, which is definitely a good sign. And yeah, a lot of good inputs from the coach. I'm looking to incorporate it in the next few weeks and kind of get it into my rhythm.
So have you been learning cricket before, or what's your exposure to the game before this camp?
So I've been playing for 5 years in the US, and I've trained under quite a few coaches over the last 5 years, and it's been a good journey. I've initially started out I used to play in a camp with a lot of 15, 16-year-olds back in 2019, and that was my biggest exposure early on. I felt like after playing with them, my skill drastically changed. It improved a lot, and even after the pandemic, I got to play with a lot of people in like the Premier Leagues that happened in California, and good match time, good game time. I had a lot of exposure there as well. I think I also developed a lot of game sense, which came in handy. I picked up a lot of wickets as a bowler, which was really good for me, and it kind of propelled me to come here and play. And now I'm eyeing the next level, which is of course playing for the zonal team and then getting into the national team.
What's your name? How old are you? And what is your end goal?
I'm Shamir. I'm currently 17 years old, and I'm trying to play for the national team.
Wonderful. All the very best.
Thank you.
So I heard like there are boys under 19, under 15 and 16. So are there various categories of age groups?
This is very intense 5 days camp, and this camp will go every day for 5 hours, and they have to do some certain specific drill. They have to work on their lines and length and improving the pace, and to understand the concept of various format of the game, how to bowl. And normally because of this intense program, we have taken under 15, under 16 who can basically do their training 5 to 6 hours under the guidance of Mr. T.S. SEKAR.
So usually boys are more into cricket, and I think in this camp also I see more of boys. So is there anything in future you are arranging for girls as well?
Yeah, so we have a girl, Barsita. She's close to 14, 15. She's in the camp. But right now our women's team, under 19 women's team, playing like the under 19 World Cup in South Africa. Though we have invited to the captain also to join the camp. She's not able to join because she's in the South Africa doing playing the under 19 World Cup. So definitely it's not only for boys, it's for boys and girls both.
Okay, wonderful. So you are making your best efforts to coach the kids into becoming world-class cricketers and represent US of A. Now most of them I think are US citizens, and they are Indian Americans. They'll be playing for US going forward and bringing good name and fame to the country. So I think that's a pretty good initiative. What next can the kids in the future expect?
So we are basically looking for giving opportunity to the homegrown cricketer, organic cricketer who are basically spent a long time in US, taken coaching from different academy, went to various high performance camps and played across US and also back in different England and India. But I'm trying my level best to give them opportunities and prepare them for the next level and where they can excel. Basically, my objective is to produce some good homegrown organic cricketer for US cricket or any other franchise league they can play, or any A division game they can play under NCCA and different franchise league across US. That is my objective, to prepare the better cricketers in US.
Right. So people who are interested to learn from these expert cricketers, these star cricketers and star coaches in the future, how do they contact you?
So normally I put the open invitation during summer and winter. Right now there are less game in the winter. Players are mostly rest, and our main league is starting from March, April. So they do always contacted me through my advertisement or the flyers or the high performance post. But our objective is next to open the high performance center in the US, where many youth under 19 players, pro players or international cricketer can come and get training here in US itself. You don't need to go out of the country and spend a lot of money, and because of their college and education and employment, they don't need to go. They can train here itself in the US under the same coaches.
You want to give out your number?
My number is 415-813-8083, but you can always look for pradeep.raut@gmail.com. So mostly this camp we run from our Alva Sports International LLC, and it's always open for everybody. Anybody who are the right age category and wanted to join the high performance camp, they can always contact me. And also we will be doing a couple of more camps in the future, in the summer or the next month something. So they can join our camp. But specifically, I'm focusing more on the youth. So I explained earlier, so it's part of my youth cricket development journey.
Perfect. So any final message for the viewers?
Yeah, I should say because 2024 there is a World Cup, some games actually scheduled in US, and they should come enjoy. And recently US cricket is approved by the Olympic board also, and it's a very good professional sports, and mostly our Asian people, everybody is playing this, and they should come and enjoy this sports.
Wonderful, and thank you for all your efforts. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jasleen.
So, Harshita, I see that you're one of those girls who are interested in cricket. So, how did you develop the interest in the game?
I just randomly started playing one day. My dad got into it after a couple years of not playing, so I just wanted to try playing a sport.
So, how's the experience with this camp?
It's been helpful. I know I'm not going to see improvement already, but if I just remember the stuff that the coach tells me, I think I can improve by like the next couple months.
Right. So, regarding the movements which are being streamlined and refined through his consultancy, this is extremely good, but it requires a lot of practice. So, how would you carry it forward after the camp?
Every week we have like practice and nets, and I think if I just keep remembering the stuff that he's told me, if I just keep working on it, I think it'll help and I'll see improvement.
Wonderful, and all the best.
Thank you.
Down the leg side, it is another Sarah Taylor special. I think we've seen it again.
Hi everyone, Vinay Patil from Fremont has sent his kid Mayur for this high performance camp. How's your experience?
Oh, it's been a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us, especially because Mr. T.A. SEKAR, coach, we know him from India. During Kapil Dev's time, his debut, and we have seen him, and we were like looking forward to have somebody here. And luckily, the friends here like Pradeep and others, and NCCA group, all they wanted to create this environment where we can get a high performance, bowling coach coming in here. And once it was announced that he's going to be here, then I wanted to take that opportunity and make sure I get the best for my son. It may be just 2 or 3 days, but just having his presence here, the energy level, his experience, when it gets down to the kids, they're definitely going to benefit, no matter who you are. And yeah, why not?
So, have you heard anything from your kid or personally seen any specific points where he might benefited?
Yeah, one of the things that I've seen and observed, and I also looking, is that repetition, building up your core and doing things, it improves. It doesn't happen in a day, but he has been doing review, repeat, review. Sometimes they think, oh, why am I doing this? But once they get the sense of it, and we did talk to coach as well, he's saying like, I have to make them de-learn what they know and then make them learn again. And that's a big effort by any coach, because it's not easy to get into kids like our American-born kids who have their schooling in a very different environment. He's been pleasant, he's been open, and then he's trying to give us input. So my son seems to be taking in. Yeah, some of them is very harsh, right? You come from an authority, then you have to understand that he means it. He wants you to be better. And I'm happy to have him here.
Wonderful. I think that's a mind-blowing experience, and all the best for your kid.
Hey, thank you.
Hello everyone, from Northern California Cricket Association, a beautiful non-profit, NCCA. We have the president joining us, Mr. Prakash Giri. Welcome to YoIndiaTV with me, Jasleen. And this is a beautiful camp going on here, a high performance camp where you are training the kids to become world-class cricketers in the future. So, how's the field so far?
Pretty good. I mean, I think it's somebody like the kids are privileged to have taking lessons from an renowned coach. He has been coaching the MRF Pace Foundation players. I mean, right from the top under 16 players and under 19 players all the way until senior men's players. So hearing from him and having them corrected here, that's is a privilege for all these kids. I mean, they are blessed. And it's a wonderful camp. I mean, I think we are launching for this, something like this. I mean, one of the biggest challenge here is those specialized coaches here. I mean, unfortunately, cricket is not as big as in India, so you don't have those big coaches. So they come here once in a while. But having him here even for a few days, it's a great help for the kids.
Wonderful. So, what's the best part for you here, and what's the message to the viewers?
We as a Northern California Cricket Association has been on the forefront of helping youth, trying to bring in more youth into the system to have them play, take up the sport and play the sport. And we partnered with Pradeep to have this camp here, and we are going to have some of the NCCA senior players also coming in for a session with the coach. We are excited about the cricket in Bay Area. I mean, there's a lot of kids signing up to the sport, not at the pace that we would like to see, but definitely, I mean, it's one of the largest cricket playing population in the country. I mean, as far as youth are concerned.
You want to give some more background to the viewers about NCCA?
Yeah, definitely. NCCA has it's a 1892 is when NCCA was established by some of the sailors, and there's a long history on the NCCAcricket.org website about the cricket in Bay Area, how it has progressed over the years. One of the champions, Sir Alan Weedy, who used to coordinate the last 50 years, unfortunately passed away last month. So it's a great loss for the sport in Bay Area. But now the association has expanded ever since the 1980s with a lot more expats coming in. Now we have about over 78, close to 100 teams playing in the summer, and another 50 plus teams playing in the winter season. So we have year-round cricket. We are blessed in California, except for this last few weeks. We are blessed to have the weather. So we have year-round cricket here.
Wonderful, and all the very best.
Thank you.
Everyone, we have Deepak Kondal, the owner of the cricket store right here in Milpitas, where these famous coaching programs are being held. Welcome to YoIndiaTV with me, Jasleen. It's a beautiful environment, so many kids are here, all excited, and Pradeep Rautra has created this beautiful environment at your store, but so many people are learning. And especially because the weather is not good outside, your store has become the center of attraction, because learning cricket indoor is a different experience, but you are making it happen, and you're proving that when the weather is not conducive, you can still play.
Even when the weather is conducive, it's a facility which provides people with the high-end environment, which includes, we have ICC regulated lanes. I mean, it's not just indoor batting cages. We have done work in a certain way where you get an experience which you get around the globe with best of the best facilities. The idea was to bring the best environment for people, and as we explained earlier, we are trying to improve on this structure too. So entertainment is missing. We are launching Academy this year. We are already working on that. We signed the contract with Rohit Sharma Cricket Academy. Rohit Sharma will be our brand ambassador, and he'll be here every year as well to promote cricket as well. And that is a huge step for the business. Right now we have, if you see the inventory, we have one of the biggest in US. We have very good reputation with all these brands. I just met them a couple of weeks back. Any brand, that major brands who's been there for 200 years, 100 years or so. We work very, very highly, we have very high regards with them as well. They trust us in a certain ways. And the batting cages that you see has, test match grade mat, all those things, lighting with ICC, MCC logbook and all those things. So yes, just, I mean, going forward, we'll be making sure that, we keep on improving. That's the whole goal for us. And we are all cricket passionate people. If you see the tagline, it says redefining cricket in US with the right, obviously quality as well. Quality is big for us, never compromise. We never compromise on one thing, and that is quality.
Yep, and I can see the professional environment with all this professional equipment, and as you mentioned, the branded equipment. So looking forward to it being better and better, and it is already, at a very satisfactory level, I would say, already in a very excellent position. If you are around and you are a cricket lover, you must visit this place, and you'll definitely fall for it. This is really wonderful. So thank you, Deepak.
Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, we have a coach from Dublin, Dashrath Shankhe, right here with us, who has been supporting this event in a big way and is actually one of the hosts as well. So thank you for organizing this. I was seeing a ball was chasing you, so I was a little scared. How's your experience?
So when I came in 2009 and I started coaching over here, and I worked with the multiple academies, and finally I decided to have a nice facility for the kids to and better coaching. So I always keeping eyes on their day-to-day progress, and that way they are progressing. The Varshita you just interviewed, right? She's one of my student who started with the wrong footed, and now she's correcting, and now she's doing well. I think within 1 year she will be in the team of at least in zonal. Yeah.
So today you have invited TA SEKAR, and earlier you have been coaching on a daily basis. You are a coach yourself, So what is different between then and now in overall learning the game?
Coach SEKAR, he worked, and he's a very senior, and he worked with Dennis Lilly, right? So he has a most emphasis and effects of the Dennis Lilly's style and all. So we are working on going with the at least 70-80%. If they grab it, these kids, they will be benefited. But every kids have a different body style and features and all. So they have to self-analysis their own with the body physics, and minimizing the injuries will help them to improve more, and to have a more accuracy and speed and swing, and a lot of things they will develop, and that is also helping. And I'm also learning couple of things from him which is unknown to me. Yeah.
Wonderful. Any message for the viewers?
Viewers means I'm just suggesting those kids are playing cricket. They should minimize their own training, and they should believe in the coaches.
Professional training.
Yeah. Professional is their suggestion. In my coaching, my way of coaching, I'm communicating with the parents. I'm suggesting them what to do at home, but not to do any extra things, which is now we have a different format of cricket, like 20 T20 means 20 overs game, 1 day 50 overs game, then test cricket 3 days game. So different, all you need a different technique. At the age of 7, 8, 9, 10, they are not tend to bowl accurate. So here in USA, everyone goes with a 21 yard and 22 yard. So we have to reduce that distance between two wickets. So that should be for the 9 years old, it should start with the 17 or 18 yards, then it should go. And at the age of 14 or 13, they should go with the 22 yards. So that will help, and parents should not throw every time, because the height of the kid is like a 4.5, and parents are throwing ball from the double height. It is not helping them to improve. So they should go with the underarm, so they will know the staying lower to the ground, and they will play more better. As for bowling, they should not go to generate more pace or speed. They should go for the accuracy, and that will support them to grow very nicely.
Wonderful. I think great message and great learning for all the parents as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach
Thank you so
Dashrath.
much. Thank you for coming over here.